All right. I think these habits of mind journal entries have helped a lot through the course of the semester. And I think the five that I really want to focus on are the ones that have made me kind of think about things I can improve on within them. And so, first, the first habit of mine actually is talking about being a persistent person. And I would find myself very persistent, going through different things in my life, like having a stutter and a lisp, have kind of made me realize that you can work through a lot of things and make yourself better at a lot of things. And I think that in school, you have that way a lot, where if you struggle with a class or if you possibly struggle with a professor, you are able to work with them or work through things, and that's how you can get to the next level. And I think college is a great way to first build those relationships rather than just giving up on something, making those connections with people to where we can get forward. And second, I would say the habit of mind where I'm a flexible thinker. Because I wouldn't consider myself a really big flexible thinker. I tend to kind of have my own opinions and my own way of doing things. And to be swayed on those things, I need a very strong speech and argument given towards me with facts and statistics that back it up. I usually don't get swayed, or I usually don't like read something on the news or the TV. Uh, but I think that being able to look at it in the way that I can realize I'm not a flexible thinker has helped me with a growth mindset, because you need to be a flexible thinker to be able to get higher up in life. Because if you're just stuck in your ways, or if you think that there's only one or two ways to do something, that's not how you're going to succeed. And I think that this habit of mine kind of made me reflect on myself and realize that there are better ways to do things than I do them. And that helps with my growth mindset a lot. And the 11th habit of mind, talking about creative, imaginative, or innovative, is because I don't think I'm much of those things, because art and being creative and thinking kind of out of the box has never been my thing. I've always been a very logical thinker. I've always liked like history and math class, to where I'm given a question and I can find the solution or the answer. I've always kind of struggled with putting my own individual spin on things, only because I've always felt like there is one way to do it and we can't all do it that way. And going through college and realizing that not all kids learn from taking notes off the board, and not all kids can pass a class because they do their homework. It's helped my growth mindset, because to get through obstacles, which we all go through in life, being a creative, imaginative person is going to get you way farther. Because in the world we live in, with Google and with the internet and with an answer being in our face all the time, if we're not creative to come up with our own ways, then I think we're just sheep. And I think we're just following people who have kind of paved the way. And especially people in my generation, I feel like we almost have a duty to try to change the way a lot of things are put in place. And by using our creative and our young minds and the information we've not only developed for ourselves, but developed through the internet and through extensive research from the people before us, I think being able to be creative is really big. And if you can be creative in the way to learn and the way to do different things, then you can reach anywhere. Uh, Second to last, the fifth one would be being accurate. This is the sixth habit of mine, and I would consider myself a very accurate person. I I'm very. I want the answer. I want to know exactly how much something is, or the exact time, or I wanna be able to check for my mistakes when I write an essay, and I want to be able to double check my math calculations, and I want to be able to always do things the right way. And accuracy and precision are different, and precision is just how often you do something one way, and accuracy is how often you can get to the center of the answer. And I think being able to have great knowledge to knowing the answer and knowing exactly what it is very big for the growth mindset, because if you can figure out the answer and you can be accurate when every time you're taking in data or writing an essay or doing a math test, if you can be accurate, with all of your answers and the things you're doing, then you can grow and you can go to a 4-year university and you can get a job and you can keep working on the things that we're working on. And lastly, the 12th habit of mine is I respond with a lot of wonderment and awe in situations. And I do this because I always want to be prepared for a situation, right? Like, if in a class or if it's a puzzle or even a video game kind of, and you don't know exactly how to do it, I would always want to figure out how to do it in multiple ways. Or I'd always want my dad to ask me trivia about sports so I would have that knowledge. And I've always wanted to learn what I don't know so I can help build those blocks up and become somebody better than myself every day. And I think having wonderment and awe in these situations and be able to fix problems and anything in life is one of the biggest things for the growth mindset, because you want to go to every situation happy and excited, and you want to learn, because wanting to learn is the key. And that's why I think having a good teacher and having good classes and bringing that energy to class every day, where we want to get better and we want to figure out how to make myself study better, or how to attack this test, or how to read and critically think better. These are all things that if you come in with that mindset that you want to do, I think we can truly all accomplish. And these habit of mind journal entries have shown me a lot of things I do well. It's taught me a lot. But most importantly, it showed me the things I can work on. And through the discussions and through the kind of reflecting on myself, I've realized that I can improve in a lot of ways. And I can be a more creative thinker. And I can be more accurate in my everyday life. And I can listen to people's ideas and listen to people's thoughts and ways of doing things and learn from that. And that's something that's very important. And it's something that I think college truly has taught me more than anything else. And yeah, so awesome.